A wild boar is a robust and adaptable mammal. It is native to Eurasia, North Africa, and some parts of Asia, but it has been introduced to various regions around the world. Wild boars are recognized for their distinctive appearance and behavior. Wild boars have a stocky build with a large, barrel-shaped body covered in coarse, bristly hair that can vary in color from dark brown to black or reddish-brown. They often have a lighter-colored saddle on their back, which can be a distinguishing feature. Adult boars can weigh anywhere from 100 to 300 pounds, 45 to 136 kilograms, or even more, depending on factors like age and habitat. One of the most distinctive features of wild boars is their elongated, upward curving tusks, which grow out of the mouth and continue to lengthen throughout their lives. These tusks are used for digging, rooting, and defending against predators or rivals. Wild boars are highly adaptable animals that can thrive in various habitats, including forests, grasslands, swamps, and even urban areas. They are omnivores, which means they have a varied diet consisting of plants, fruits, nuts, insects, and small vertebrates. Their strong snouts and tusks allow them to root through the soil in search of food. Wild boars are typically social animals and can be found in groups known as sounders, which usually consist of a few adult females, sows, and their offspring. Adult males, boars, tend to be solitary, except during mating season when they seek out females. Breeding can occur throughout the year, but it often peaks in the late fall and early winter. Female boars, or sows, give birth to litters of piglets, which can number from 1 to 12 or more. The piglets are born with stripes that fade as they grow older. They are precocial, meaning they are relatively developed and able to move shortly after birth. Wild boars can have a relatively short lifespan in the wild due to factors like predation, disease, and environmental challenges. However, some individuals can live up to 10 to 15 years under favorable conditions. Wild boars can be a source of conflict with humans due to their tendency to damage crops, gardens, and property while rooting for food. Additionally, their adaptability has led to increased encounters with human settlements and roads, occasionally causing accidents. In certain regions, wild boars are hunted for their meat and hides. They also hold cultural and symbolic significance in various societies throughout history. Overall, wild boars are remarkable creatures that have adapted to diverse environments, showcasing both their physical prowess and their ability to navigate a range of habitats. Distribution and habitat: wild boars are native to Eurasia, North Africa, and parts of Asia, but their adaptability has led to their introduction and establishment in other parts of the world, including North America and Australia. They inhabit a wide range of ecosystems, from dense forests and grasslands to wetlands and scrublands. Their habitat preferences can vary based on factors such as food availability, water sources, and shelter. Wild boars have evolved several physical traits that aid their survival in various environments. Their keen sense of smell is one of their strongest attributes, allowing them to detect food, predators, and other boars over considerable distances. Their strong snouts are designed for digging and rooting through soil in search of roots, tubers, insects, and small animals. Wild boars exhibit social behavior that varies based on age and gender. Female groups, or sounders, are led by a dominant sow and consist of her offspring. Males tend to be solitary except during the breeding season, when they seek out females. During this time, male boars engage in competitive behaviors to establish dominance and access to breeding opportunities. Wild boars have a polygynous mating system, where a dominant male mates with multiple females within his territory. The breeding season, or rut, can vary based on location, with temperate regions often experiencing a peak in the fall or winter. After a gestation period of around 3 months, sows give birth to litters of piglets. The number of piglets in a litter can vary widely. Wild boars are primarily crepuscular or nocturnal, meaning they are most active during dawn and dusk or during the night. They rest in sheltered areas during the day to avoid the heat and potential predators. They are strong runners and swimmers, capable of traversing various terrains to find food and escape danger. Wild boars can have significant impacts on ecosystems. Their rooting behavior can disturb the soil, which can lead to soil erosion and disruption of plant communities. They can also negatively affect native plant and animal species through competition for resources. In some areas, their population growth has become a conservation concern. Interactions with humans, where they are considered pests, efforts are made to manage their populations through hunting or other control measures. Wild boars are also hunted for sport and food in many regions, as their meat is considered a delicacy in some cuisines. The conservation status of wild boars varies depending on their location. In some areas, they are considered invasive species and efforts are focused on managing their populations to mitigate ecological impacts. In other regions, particularly in their native range, wild boars may face conservation challenges due to habitat loss and hunting pressure. Wild boars have held cultural significance in various societies throughout history. They appear in myths, folklore, and art in many cultures as symbols of strength, courage, and resilience. In some ancient civilizations, wild boars were revered and even deified. Wild boars can carry diseases that can affect both other wildlife and domestic animals. For example, they can be carriers of diseases like African swine fever and foot and mouth disease, which can have serious economic and ecological consequences. Overall, wild boars are fascinating creatures with a complex array of behaviors, adaptations, and interactions with their environment and human societies.